Ma'alolele, Nisa Bolivinaka, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. My name is Eteroa, and welcome to Tautai Tech Skills Series, a series where we talk about all things about tech. Today, we're going to talk about APIs.
Yeah!
What is an API? API stands for Application Processing Interface. Now, in the context of API, application can be any software that has a function. So always remember that it can be anything.
Anything.
Now, interface is something that can be thought of as a contract for a service between one application to another application. And this contract actually kind of covers what can be done between request and response.
I don't get it.
Don't worry, I understand that was a bit high level, but let's kind of explain more of it. Woo-hoo! For me to best explain this, let me paint a picture for you. We're at Denny's and we're walking into the Denny's shop and we want to sit down at a table and look at the menu. When we look at the menu, we see all the types of food, but knowing me, I'm gonna go for a chocolate fudge cake. Now, as I make my decision, the waiter arrives to my table to take my order. Now the waiter will be like, "What would you like to have, Eteroa?" And I'll be like, "I would love a chocolate fudge cake." Once the waiter has taken my order, the waiter will then take my order to the kitchen. The kitchen will make my order of chocolate fudge cake, and once it's finished, the waiter will then walk over with my chocolate fudge cake for me to indulge. Now, can you guess who the API is in this story? If you guess the waiter, then let's go. You're right on the nail. It definitely is.
I'm so smart it hurts!
The waiter is the API because the waiter is the middle person. Now, when I requested a chocolate fudge cake, the waiter took my request and then delivered it to the kitchen. The kitchen then took my request of the chocolate fudge cake because of the waiter. They then responded back from the waiter taking the chocolate fudge cake back to me. And that is why in that story, the waiter is the API.
Well, good for them.
So let's give a real life example to this so that you kind of can connect the dots now that you understand. So we're on Air New Zealand and we want to find a flight that is cheap for us, but also we can figure out times and location too. So we go on Air New Zealand, we add the departure place, the destination, the how many people, or if it's a return or what flight, and so forth. So we go there and we book flights and we see all the prices. Now, if we hold that tab for that moment, we're going to go new tab because we know that in New Zealand is expensive. So we're going to try something else. But instead of going on individual airlines, we're going to try this one website called booking.com. At booking.com, we can go into the flights tab. From that, we will put the similar information we put in New Zealand to then go into booking.com. And then what you'll see here is flights that are not just for Air New Zealand, but are for Jetstar, are for Qantas, and so forth. So the API is evident in booking.com. What booking.com has is many APIs pulling from them to come to your search bar. So it's important for you to understand that APIs make lives so much easier. You can see the difference here with the Air New Zealand website and the booking.com. The difference here is Air New Zealand is pulling from their own database. So their own database with their own information. Where in booking.com, when you do make that request, it has integrations that use APIs from different areas. So that would be an API from Qantas, an API from Jetstar, and so forth, so that when you do the search that we're doing, it pulls the information from other areas, and that itself will give you that full list of different prices from different airlines, and then that is more information for you to see compared to just going to Air New Zealand. And that is a real life example of how APIs are used now.
Amazing!
APIs are really amazing. They are faster, they help us to be connected more, but it also gives a new look in innovation. So That is APIs. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give us a like. Or if you have any questions, give us a comment in the comment below and we'll try our best to get back to you. So, until next time, tō whā soi fua, ma ia manuia.